Y3K family? We are back again 2 weeks in a row now with another episode for y'all. This week we got Fresh Cut K. As you can see, we got a little fresh cut. You know what I'm saying?
I am looking a little different too. I can't lie.
You know what I mean? I had to get a cut. You know, just cause it's been a while for y'all.
What's with the names?
What you mean? What's with the names?
You ask this every week.
We do this every
Fresh
week.
Cut K and the dreads.
What? I never said I was dreadlock. Yeah, or nothing like that. But it's your boy dreadlock. Yeah, we in the building. What's good with y'all, gangy?
We with Manager Mike today. Manager Mike. Yup.
It's your boy Mike in the building.
I made a second appearance. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here.
Woo! It's been a wonderful week.
For you.
For me, it's been pretty good.
For me, I think it's been a great week. I've been proven right again about Arsenal.
No, you haven't.
Cause I have.
Let
me get on it. Let me get my soliloquy. I said Arsenal are built for the moment. It looks like they are. They just beat Man United. I said they would. Actually, I said it was 2-2. Right. But at halftime, I realized once they scored a second goal, it was 2-2. I was like, nah, bro, this game's gonna end 3-2. I don't know who's gonna win, but it's gonna end 3-2, and it happened. Arsenal looked like a title-winning team. 11 points on United, 5 points on City with a game in hand against City. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, bro. How you feeling?
Let me get my little thing in. I saw in the comments of the TikTok. I've been in the comments of the TikTok videos. I haven't been in the comments of the YouTube videos yet. Or the last video, y'all was saying I didn't know ball. So now they were saying I don't watch Arsenal. I don't know ball. So you know what I did? I went back and I watched up to the Liverpool game, the first Liverpool game against Arsenal. I watched all the highlights, right? And I wrote down, like, what's it called? How Arsenal has scored all of their goals this season. I wrote it down. We're not going to talk about it in this episode because this is going to be a short one. And that's going to be, Brad won't probably come out midweek or something like that. But that was going to be my own episode where I talk to y'all and show y'all that I know ball and I know what I'm talking about. And this game against Man United the only thing it showed me is that maybe they are actually they are actually built for the moment. That's the only thing. But apart from that,
so we went from Arsenal's not winning the league. Bro, Arsenal cannot win the league to maybe their title challenge.
No.
You see how it's changing?
I didn't say that. No.
They're not winning the league.
I didn't say title. I didn't say title challengers. I said built for the moment.
They are title challengers.
But
they're not winning the league.
In my head, no, they're not winning the league. I don't think
they're not winning the league, but they are title
because
challengers.
this game against Man United, right? And the first game against Man United, I have to go. The first game against Man United, I have to go back and rewatch the full game. But this game against Man United that I watched, Arsenal created chances, but Man United had moments where, in my opinion, they could have killed the game, right?
In this game.
Really? There was in the first half, right? I think this was when it was tied 1-1. It was either tied 1-1 or they were up 2-1. Right before you guys scored the second goal, there was a breakaway, and Anthony had the ball on the left side, and it was Rashford, and it was a foot race. Rashford was literally up the middle. All Anthony had to do was play a decent ball down the line, right? And Rashford is in, and it's given how hot Rashford is right now, you would say it's a given goal, right? But Anthony doesn't play a good ball. The ball gets intercepted, and that's that. That's one moment I can remember just off of Anthony alone. And I kind of want to, because
we'll get into the Anthony thing because I have something.
Because when it comes to this game, the performance, the one player to me there were actually two players on Man United's side that I think really would have made a difference. Casemiro, which we all knew he wasn't in, and honestly, I think any winger you guys have right now besides Anthony would have done better than him in this game.
What's your thoughts on the game?
You're the resident Man United fan.
As a Man U fan, how did you see the game today?
I think I'm proud of the guys the way that they played. Coming into the game, we've had a little bit of form, except maybe for the last game. But I still think we're in form. But this is an Arsenal side that has been performing all season and just look like the better team overall. If there's any team out there between the two sides that was going to win, it looked like Arsenal.
Especially in the second half when they put a lot of pressure on you. Around like the 75th minute,
right.
There was like a 5-minute sequence where I felt like you guys didn't touch the ball.
Right, and I feel like that's okay because if you look back, it kind of looked like all-league Manchester United, where it's like we sit back against big teams, and it's been like that because you know Ten Hag is a possession manager, and you know in this type of games he has to actually sit back and you know try and get a win, you know try and do whatever he can to get a win and get a result, you know. So I fully believe that you know once everything is settled, once he's got his players and everything will come to fruition. So I'm not worried about this.
Okay, so. Between the first game that you guys won the first game, right? Mm-hmm. And this second game,
right?
In your opinion, have you guys improved? Because I think you have mildly improved. Between when you played them, I think Ten Hag has the players playing the way he wants them to. They bought into what he wants to do. Although you won the first game, I feel like this game you guys played better than you did in that first game. Despite Casemiro. The reason why I say that is, in the first game, it wasn't as competitive. Arsenal had a lot more chances. In this game, throughout, you guys played like you were up to par with them. Although there were moments where you guys sat back and tried to soak in the pressure, right? And I think if Casemiro is there today, you guys do not lose. I think that is the importance of Casemiro.
Of course.
Big ups to Arsenal. I think Arsenal played really well. I liked how they were ready for the moment. You could see it with Saka when he scored. That goal by Saka was amazing, bro. Eddie Nketiah.
I think the goalkeeper should have done better.
Yeah, the goalkeeper should have done better.
He could have done better. Or maybe you could look at it as in the way he shot the ball, it went through the crowd. So maybe he beat him a little bit.
And I feel like
De Gea could have. Nah, I feel like De Gea could have done.
The thing was, right before Saka took his shot, right? De Gea shifted to his left.
Right.
Had he not shifted, he probably would have saved. That was the problem.
He should have done better with that goal. Yes.
Rashford's goal was good too. I liked Rashford's goal.
Rashford's goal,
that was really good.
Crazy. Bad pass from Partey. It ended up in Rashford's hand. Rashford hit him with a little pop pop.
Nah, that sequence was crazy.
Did you see what he did to
Partey though?
Just mechked him, bro.
Yeah. I think overall Arsenal did really well. To speak on somebody for United that I still don't understand what he's doing. I remember earlier this season when you guys bought Anthony. I said it. A player coming from Eredivisie, where he's so dependent on skill moves and stuff like that to be very good. And the Prem people are not going to give you the space in order to do that. I've literally called this man a glorified fidget spinner ever since he did that little swirl thing. I think Anthony right now is causing your team not to be as good. His form is not very good. I don't know if it's the World Cup and all that has caused him. Because pre-World Cup, he was all right. It looked like he was building up to something. But now, Anthony's not playing up to par. And I feel like he's holding your team back. With Sancho coming back from Siberia, I think he's going to do well. And I think with Anthony not playing well, it's going to allow Sancho back into the team. And I think that will help you. Another player, Weghorst. Bro, what is he doing?
I think
and do you think
it's a second only game for us?
I know. Do you think Ten Hag? No, I'm not judging him now, but I'm saying based on the 2 games, I'm not really seeing anything. But my question to you is, do you think Ten Hag rushed to starting him immediately?
Who would he start? Martial's not fit.
Yeah, Martial's hurt.
He's not fit. He's literally injured. He was injured in the Man City game. So he's got no options up front.
But you could have put Rashford up top and put Garnacho out wide. I think it would have been better because
Garnacho is not gonna start every game. It's his first season.
Yeah, but
you have to
Weghorst just came. That's my thing.
He knows him. He knows him. He's Dutch, right? So probably he knows what he can bring to the team. And literally, the way that he wants the strikers, he's like the perfect striker for Ten Hag.
He's a false 9.
He's not a false 9. He's a target man.
Yeah, because you can play long balls to him. But I feel like the way he's playing, he's trying to play where sometimes he drops into the midfield, allowing Rashford to run off him. And I think that would help. Yeah,
and that's a target man. He holds up the ball and let runners in behind him and then play them through. But we don't have a striker right now, so he's got no options at all. I mean, there's a few tactical ideas that you can go with. With Weghorst, with Rashford, playing him down the middle or using Garnacho. But I feel like the way that we played today is exactly how, for me, I would approach it. And then in the second half, just pull a little bit of speed in the game by bringing Garnacho on and then, taking Weghorst off, playing around.
On the Anthony thing, right? While I believe that Anthony played horrendous, I think he had by far, both teams the worst performance out of any player. I think he is Ten Hag's main winger, as in the sense that once he gets his possession based system in and he gets in the right players, I think then Anthony will start to thrive. The moment, because the problem now is, right, if you're for a winger that likes to dribble and be on the ball a lot. No, you need a lot of possession and a lot of like chances.
Space.
Exactly.
He's not gonna get that.
Because the thing is, look at City, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mahrez stayed like in today's game, stayed out wide, and that creates a space for him to be able to dribble and do the thing.
There's a difference between Mahrez and Anthony though. Mahrez is 2-footed. Anthony is not, and it's all left-footed, and it's so predictable. Maybe it might have worked in the Eredivisie where you can cut in always on your left, but in the Premier League, there are better defenders and they're smarter. And it's like he doesn't have the right foot.
But what I'm saying,
so everybody knows that when he gets the ball, he's not direct enough, right? He doesn't go 1v1.
Would you say with his left foot, he kind of is like Hakim Ziyech? Because with Ziyech too, it's the same thing, where you always know he's gonna cut to his left and cross or take a shot.
I feel like also Wan-Bissaka playing doesn't help.
That's what I was about to say. He'll get that space once.
When he was playing with Dalot made those overlapping runs where he had an option for him to play him through, and then he would cross it. But Wan-Bissaka also staying back doesn't help him because once he cuts back, he expects somebody to run him behind, and there's no options there.
But you also think because of how I also think Anthony is a liability defensively. Do you also think so. I think so. But do you think that Wan-Bissaka helps playing somebody who's so as defensive? Shouldn't it help him, who's such an offensive player, be better because he doesn't have to always come all the way back?
Yeah, but then he's gonna cut in. Your main job as a winger, right?
You basically, when he cuts in, you want somebody who's out wide he could play the ball to.
Well,
basically,
it's either your main job as a winger is to cross the ball. That's your first job. All other things comes later. All that cutting in and then scoring comes later. That's your main job is to cross the ball. Now, when he cuts in, it's so predictable that defenders are able to guard him so easily that once he cuts in, he loses the ball. But once he cuts in, he slows down the attack, and he's not gonna go straight to the byline and then just cross it. No, and that's the thing that with our attack, because once the ball goes to him, it slows down. Once the ball is on the other side, on the left side, you can see Rashford's directing because he has the 2-foot. He can cut in on the left, he can go byline, and then just cross it. And that's the thing that we're missing. I feel like when you have like a right-footed player on the right, like Sancho, he can cut in to his left, and he can also cross it. And that's the thing that we're missing. But I feel like if you have a right back like Dalot, that also makes that over. It helps a lot. And then you can kind of have the dynamic of cutting inside or going to the line and crossing in there with Dalot and Anthony. Okay. So that's the problem.
So my question to you guys, right, is right now, as I said earlier, with the way Arsenal's playing, have you guys changed your mind on what you said last week about Arsenal
winning the league?
Not necessarily winning the league, but even being top tier contenders right now.
Oh yeah, they are the best team in the league. They are title contenders. I said that, but what I said was they are not winning the league. That's what I said.
But based on what you were saying last week, like in big moments, you're not going to show up. Today was a big moment.
And it was a big moment. It was a big moment, and you have to look at it this way. How many times have they played big teams?
They've played every big team they've played except you guys.
I know. Like I'm saying,
they haven't played you guys yet though.
How many big teams or big games have they played consecutively though? Because I feel like they're on the
down to the stretch.
They are on the same type of run as I would say Man City had a couple years ago or last year, where they had so and so easy teams and they just ran through them. Like that, getting those wins and
So you think the second half is going to be harder for them?
I wouldn't say second half, but if they play bigger games consecutively, then that would show that if they're able to be Premier League title contenders or not. I mean, right now they're in a position that you can say that they are title contenders.
What about you? Has your opinion on Arsenal changed?
Not really.
Why not?
Because the way they scored their third goal is the same way. Their third goal didn't come by brilliance.
It did.
No, it didn't.
I think it did.
It did.
It went out wide to what's it called? Because remember, right?
It was Zinchenko.
No. Remember. The ball got played out wide, and McTominay missed the ball. Right? McTominay missed the ball. Then it went out wide to Zinchenko. Zinchenko crossed it in.
So he didn't cross it. I think he took a shot, deflected.
No. He crossed it in, and then the shot got deflected.
The cross got deflected.
And then Nketiah
it got to Odegaard. It got to Odegaard.
Odegaard didn't. No.
Odegaard gave the assist.
No, it wasn't an assist.
It wasn't an assist.
It was an assist. The third goal, the last goal?
Yeah, the last
Odegaard played it. It wasn't Zinchenko who played the shot. Zinchenko cut it inside. Odegaard played it. It hit Fred. And then Nketiah did the thing and hit it with his leg in. It was Odegaard.
Really? I probably need to watch
sure.
it again.
But either way, no. It wasn't, to me, no. It was more of you happened to be there at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened, right?
Right.
And now, while I'm saying this, I need to go back and watch all of City games and compare City goals to Arsenal goals too before I come to a complete conclusion on my hypothesis. Mm-hmm. But the way that their goal came about, no, I just see it as like an unlucky thing from Man United. The ball popped up, and out of all places the ball could have landed, no, it landed to Nketiah. And credit to Nketiah because that finish is not an easy finish.
No, that was a
he
good goal.
flicked it with like the back of his boot, I think, and flicked it into the goal. But in my sense, no, their second goal, that goal, the one where it crossed and then Nketiah moved in, in front of Saka and headed it in. No, that was a goal of just all of Arsenal's creation where I don't think Man United couldn't really do anything.
I feel like it's a mistake though. It's a mistake on our part.
It's a mistake on Wan-Bissaka's part.
Yeah.
But I think in that situation though, they also had a long run of possession, right? And it sort of like lulled you to sleep in a sense. You feel me? So that when the cross came in, no, Bissaka was kind of like in a state of okay, well the ball's in front of me. He was waiting for the ball to come, and Nketiah made that final move. That when I see that, I think it's more of a better offense beating better defense or mediocre defense.
I think it's a mistake.
You made no. But mistakes. But all goals are created from like a mistake.
Okay, so then how can you critique the third goal if you know that?
Because the third goal wasn't mistake. I mean, not a mistake. Because they did everything right. The only thing that they didn't get right was the fact that the ball landed at Nketiah.
It didn't land at him. It was a shot that went his way and he flicked it in.
Yeah, and to me, that's not type of goal. You didn't create that based off of your brilliance. And then same thing, like City against Tottenham, right? The 4 goals City scored against Tottenham, they were all luck.
I don't know about luck.
All 4.
In order to get that ball in the net, bro, it takes a little bit of creativity and it takes a little bit of will. Sometimes you have lucky goals, but football is played on the pitch. It is no luck. If somebody beats you 4-0, they beat you 4-0. Ain't no luck about it, right? And then the way Arsenal is playing right now, bro, but the thing is, I watched City today, right? You guys played Wolves. Let's move on to that real quick. You guys won what, 4-0, right? 3-0. Okay. Haaland scored a hat trick. And then I'm looking at it and I was reading after the game, like, so the City players had like a team meeting, stuff like that. They talked out their grievances and stuff like that. And the only thing right now that if I was an Arsenal fan I'd be scared of is that City's about to go on that run that they normally go on, where they get games in there and then they start winning. You get 10 games unbeaten and stuff like that. And right now, this is going to test Arsenal's will to see if they can hold on. They did well today to hold on. I saw the 3-2 coming, but like I said, I didn't know who was going to win. When it was 2-2, I said it was going to end 3-2. And it really did. But speaking of Man City again, what makes you... right now, the way Arsenal's playing, why are you not scared? Because that's one thing you say. You said you're not scared of Arsenal at all. And you guys will beat them twice, right? Are you still not scared?
We beat them 3 times. We beat them in the FA Cup too, but...
I'm talking about the Prem. That's important.
I'm not scared.
At all?
No.
You don't think they'll beat you?
Especially after the Tottenham game. After the Tottenham game is what showed me that we're still the same team that's won the Prem 4 out of 5 years. Because the 2 goals that Tottenham scored, right, were goals created off of absolutely stupid mistakes from our team. That's how like every goal that City basically lets in most of the time, it's a mistake that we create. Like we basically every goal that most of the time City gives, like it scored against City, it's a goal that they basically give into the other team.
I can say about any team. Yeah. When you concede a goal, it starts off with you losing possession and giving possession to other teams.
Okay, right? Sure. But the first goal that Tottenham scored, right? Ederson basically passed the ball to Bentancur. He basically
it was an Ederson error. Yeah,
it was an Ederson error. The second goal was great hustle by Harry Kane to get the ball ahead of Rodri, but it was a mistake in the sense that Rodri was too complacent in that, like it was in the penalty box way too complacent, and he just didn't get the ball. He just stood there, and Kane came and took the ball away from him, right?
Okay.
But then, after those 2 goals, I'm not going to lie, I almost turned off the game. Like, I was at work, I was fuming, but I was like, you know what? Let me watch the game, because like I said, I base games off of performance, right? And up until those 2 goals, we were performing fairly well. So I was like, let me continue watching the game and see, like, what happened. So the second half started, and then in, like, the first, I want to say, like, 5-10 minutes of the second half, Julian Alvarez scores. And that goal that he scored was literally, like, I don't remember exactly how it came, like, the progression to the goal. But the ball went in the box, it bounced around, it landed towards him, and he smashed it into the goal, right? To me, that's not our brilliance. That's, like, ball bounced your way, and you did, and it went well for you, right?
Right.
Second goal, I don't remember who scored the second goal. The only goal that I think was Lloris made a mistake.
He always makes a mistake.
He made a mistake. What's it called? Mars had the ball, scissored on his right foot, hit it, and it went on the near post. That shouldn't go in against. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I see things like that, and I'm like, that's preventable. But well, you know, you'll take it because it's your own team, right?
Okay, so my question to you, right, to you both, is City have always been good at front running. When they take the lead, they keep it, right? Mm-hmm. Even if most of the season where they won their titles, they were first and they kept on staying first, right? I don't think City's built for the chase, to chase somebody. If you remember in 19, when Liverpool won the league, you guys were chasing. I don't think City's good at chasing. I think City's good at, I have a lead, and let me hold on to it, rather than chasing. Do you agree or do you not agree?
Again, I mean, you can't really say that based on history, because it has nothing to do with actually.
But for this City
them
side,
controlling,
it does though, because it's the same group of players. It's a majority same group.
You have to win the games though.
Yeah, I understand that.
The games
but
to actually say that.
The thing is, the reason why I say that is, right, I listen to Pep in the media. Mm-hmm. He sounds rattled. When some of his players talk, they sound rattled.
Yeah, but
bro, the dude literally said 2 weeks ago that they're not winning the Prem, and that his focus is the Champions League. In the past, Pep has never said anything like that.
But then
that sounds like he's
you can't really believe what managers say.
But with Pep,
take everything.
When he starts speaking like that, he's rattled.
Wait. Because after the Tottenham game, he gave a press conference and he said he wants his fans back. He wants his players back. The players have been. He's basically, he was saying that what's it called? Everybody in Manchester City that's affiliated with Manchester City has become so accustomed to winning, that they've gotten complacent.
And it feels like that.
And he feels like that.
That's what
so
I'm
it's not. No. The thing is, what Pep is doing, and this is what all the pundits are saying, and I kind of agree with it.
Yeah.
What he's doing, they say, he basically told the media, the players on Man City's locker room right now, they're playing as if they don't care about winning the Prem. That's basically what he was saying when I saw it. But Arsenal are playing like a team who have never won it. Man City is playing like a team that, we don't care. And what Pep was saying to the media is, my players may not care, but me, the manager, cares. And he was saying, if you don't, perform on. Basically, even in the lineup against Tottenham, he didn't play KDB. And that was the story going into the game. Because he was talking about body language and all of this. And he was like, maybe, and then people were saying, maybe KDB was one of those players he was talking about. So what he's doing right now, and I think to say, he's trying to get a rise out of his players. In the sense that...
because they beat Wolves 3-0.
In the sense that it's like, right now, you guys need to like lock in, because right now the way you guys have been playing this season, he said it's far below the City standard that we've become accustomed to.
And that's why all these things are why I'm basing it on and saying that these guys are not ready for a chase, bro. Like, it's different if you're leading.
So you're telling me you have more faith in the team that came out of nowhere to win the league?
They didn't come out of nowhere. Okay,
fine, sure. You have more faith in a team that has not won the league in how many years than you do in a team that's won the league for out of the last 5 years.
So you gotta understand this. This Arsenal team that's playing right now, 19 years ago when they won, they were little kids. They were in diapers. A majority of that team. Am I lying?
Sure.
Look at it. They weren't thinking about, I'm gonna be a footballer. These guys were like 4 or 5, stuff like that. These guys, that history does not affect them. You saw, again, I keep telling you saw last season with how they were playing. And you see it this season, bro. Today was a perfect example. This is a game in which they could have folded. But they didn't fold. They kept on fighting, and they got the win. Even if it was last minute, they got the win. And City, like you're saying, maybe they've gotten complacent to how they are always winning, right? And they weren't expecting a challenge from Arsenal. At the beginning of the season, when we spoke, you were expecting what? Liverpool and those teams, right? You weren't expecting Arsenal. But now Arsenal is there and they're doing their thing. And Arsenal is playing well week in and week out. So based on that, yeah, I trust Arsenal more than I'm trusting City.
That's all I wanted to hear. You trust Arsenal more than you trust
Yes,
City.
I trust these Arsenal. Because at the end of the day, it stems from your manager and his mentality. You get what I'm saying? I feel like mentally, Arteta, right now where he is in a better place than Pep is. Pep comes to the...
He's on top of the league.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, Arteta right now, in those boys, he's inspired confidence. But you listen to his post-game speech, you listen to his pre-game, when he's giving speeches to them and stuff like that.
When you're winning,
even last season, bro.
the confidence is going to come.
The thing is, for you two,
you
guys
don't
think
get confidence from losing.
Yeah, I get that.
You know?
But you guys think this is happening now. But I watched them last season. It started last season. The progression started last season, and you're building on that. And that's what you guys have to respect. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying I don't respect it.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't respect them at all. Am I lying?
They're playing good football.
I'm not worried
They're
about
playing
Arsenal
free flowing football.
Listen.
But what I said is they're not winning the league.
Listen.
I don't think that they've shown
Enough.
that championship mentality.
It's not even
that.
So what did they show?
Bro,
today?
listen.
We will see. Like,
Listen,
this is what game 22.
The games in which they have to show the championship mentality, if we're going to be honest, are going to be the 2 games against City. Wow. That's where they're going to have to show.
Those are not the only 2 games. It's 38 games.
Because
they showed it today.
No.
They showed it against Spurs
because
when they beat Spurs at Spurs Stadium, bro. They didn't play at Emirates.
Yeah,
they beat them at.
Bro, Spurs are
who hasn't
now.
beat Spurs in their home?
Yeah, Spurs.
These guys last year, did they not beat y'all?
That was last year.
Hold on, did they not beat y'all last year?
Yeah, they did. I said now.
Hold on. And when you went there, were they not up 2-0?
What, last year?
Just a couple days back. They were up 2-0 on them. And due to some misfortune and them not being up to par, they lost, right?
But did you
watch? Don't act like the Spurs team is not good.
Did you watch the game?
Yes, I watched the game.
Because Spurs didn't play well at all.
And you guys did?
We played far better than they did.
Because you are the better team,
Second
are you
half,
not?
I think.
In the second half. Even you were getting waxed, bro.
Even in the first half.
You were getting waxed.
The whole game, no. The first half. You can even the players said it. In the first half, no. We were playing well. We were playing well enough to have had the lead in the first half. The only blemish on the first half was those 2 goals that we literally gave them. That was it. Spurs, we're not going to sit here and act as if Spurs have been good this season.
No,
they haven't.
No, they haven't.
Bro,
so beating
they
Spurs...
haven't been bad, though. They've been good. They've won games in which...
No, bro.
They haven't been bad. Bro, they're top 5 right now. Are they not?
Compared to last season, I think they're performing way...
Bro, they performed better this season to start than they did last season.
No, they...
Yes, they did.
No,
did you watch them at the beginning of the year? Bro, they were winning. They were second at one point, bro.
I know, but last season when Conte came in, they were winning 5-0.
No, they weren't. Chelsea smacked them 3 times.
I'm not talking about big games. I'm talking about like the teams.
All games that they should be winning.
They should be winning. The teams that they're playing against that they should be winning. They were smacking teams 5-0, 4-0, 3-0 here and there. Trust me, they were getting goals. Where Son was flourishing with Kane, and they were talking about this partnership with Son and Kane. This season you don't
not
see
there.
that.
There's no spark in there.
There's a drop in performance. You have to realize that.
The drop in performance came now. It didn't come at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, they were doing well. It's now that the drop in performance come. And I understand. I'm not even saying anything, but I'm saying that.
Yeah, but my point is they're not performing this season.
Don't say this season. Say right now they're not informed because they were in the beginning of the season. We could go back and look at it.
So what led to that drop in performance?
Well, right now Conte's not getting what he wants. They have players who are injured.
Who's injured? So after being back the whole summer, he's not getting what he wants.
What's the guy's name? Højbjerg was injured for some time. They were playing that kid, the 18-year-old Sar, in their midfield, bro. The thing is, you have to understand. I'm not saying Spurs are good. They're not good. But the way you guys are saying they haven't been good all season, it's not true. It's now that they haven't been good.
You have to look at the whole picture, though. You have to look at
they're on as many points as you guys, but you think you guys have been good, right?
No, they're not.
They're close to y'all.
No, they're not. We have 39 points. They have 33.
I'll get the table for you. But again, bro, what I'm trying to tell you is that they're not that bad. Look, they're right there with you. They even have a better goal difference than you do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they are... Like, there's a drop in performance.
Yes,
if you look at their whole season... They haven't been as good as last season when Conte took over.
I don't agree with that. Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, because last season, you can tell, like, in games, like, they were playing really better. Like, it was a little bit like free-flowing football. Then they had, like, a higher goal difference.
The only reason why they're in the Champions League this season is because Arsenal bottled it. That's the only reason why. Arsenal had a 5-point.
Okay, but if you look at their Champions League group stage, they didn't
do well.
They didn't even perform that better. Exactly.
They did not.
They did not. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to factor all of that in. You can't just say, recently is when they have been bad. This whole season they haven't been good. They haven't looked as. Okay, let me put it this. They haven't looked as good as they did last season.
And that's fine.
And that's what I'm saying.
I personally don't agree, but I understand where you're coming from.
They haven't looked as good as last season, where they were scoring. You know, they were playing better. They had this partnership with This
even that Kulusevski's been hurt too. Richarlison's been hurt.
Yeah,
they've been dealing with all of that.
Richarlison, did he get hurt after the World Cup?
He hasn't been playing recently.
He hasn't.
He came back from the World Cup. He was hurt, and Kulu's been hurt. Kulu was important to that partnership that you're talking about last season. And again, my question to you is, what's wrong with Son? That would be my question to you. Why is he not performing? What do you think the issue is with him?
I have no idea. He looks different. I think he wasn't even performing before the World Cup.
To be honest,
he was terrible. He's been terrible this season.
Spurs need to just blow it up. Like, if Daniel Levy's not gonna invest more money into the club and take them to the next level, he needs to either sell the club and look somewhere else.
I don't think it's
because Pochettino, even him, he took him to a Champions League final.
Mm-hmm.
If we're being he took him to a Champions League final. That's the furthest they've been, and that's probably the furthest they will ever go at this point. Kane is like what, 29 now?
He's 30.
30. Son is also 28.
He's 30.
30. Okay, those are the two best players.
Who? I think Son's like 28.
No.
Those are the two best players.
Mm-hmm.
Your two best players are getting up there in age, not getting any younger, and you're not even trying to build around them in any way, shape, or form. Your back line is horrendous. Your goalkeeper makes about 2 goal-giving mistakes a game.
I think the goalkeepers.
No, bro.
One of the.
No, but think about it.
Yeah,
he has to go. You need to bring a new goalkeeper. That's gonna cost you like 40. A decent one at 40 M's.
Okay, but
Conte is gonna need a better back line. That's gonna cost you 100 plus.
So my question:
you're gonna need a new right back. They need a new left back.
But hold on, relax. They signed Jet Spence. They signed Bissouma, and Conte's not even using them. So personally, do you think Conte lasts? I don't think he does. I think he's gone.
No, he is gone. He's gone at the end of the season. I read it this morning that his contract is up, and they haven't contacted him to try to renew it. So he's leaving at the end of the season.
Maybe he's probably looking at Poch or maybe.
Yeah, I heard the Poch.
But what I'm saying,
Tuchel doesn't want them.
What I'm saying is,
you never know.
You're gonna need. They're gonna need.
The report is he wants to go to a bigger fish, which is Barca or Real Madrid. So Spurs is not a big fish.
I mean, you never know.
We'll see.
You know, it depends on what's sold to him. You know.
Yeah, but it's crazy. You think Arsenal not going to do anything, and you think they're in there, but they're going to bottle it. And I'm in the middle.
They're not winning the league. I'll put my money on it.
Okay. Damn, bro. How much you want to put on it?
They're not winning the league, bro.
You want to put something on it, too?
Not a betting man. The moment you bet is the moment you lose.
Okay,
I care about City winning more than I care about a few $100.
All right, y'all. This was a great episode. I just want to say Liverpool's washed. Liverpool's done up, bro. They're done. Do you disagree?
If you'd say that, I think you'd have to say that you guys are done too.
Yeah, we're done. But I think we're gonna get top 4. Just watch, we're done.
So you think you guys are gonna get top 4, but they won't even be close?
Liverpool? Have you watched them?
I watched their game against you, and it didn't look like either team was like miles ahead of the other one.
I don't know what you were watching, but the whole first half, we should have scored like 3 against them. What's the guy's name? Gakpo, bro, stinks.
I don't think he stinks. It's just where he's being played. It's just where he's being played.
That's true. But he skied 2 balls in the first half.
He's not a striker. To play him in that left wing position, and that's the problem.
But
that's the problem with us when we were going for him.
It doesn't work.
Because I didn't want him to come in. He's a great player. I didn't want him to come in.
You guys have too many wingers.
Exactly. I didn't want him to come in and then you have to force him to play a position where he's not comfortable, and that's where he's playing for Liverpool. So it's either you play him on the left and play Nunes through the middle.
Yeah, but
and then
Nunes
Salah.
is also another.
Nunes
issue.
also wants to play on the left,
left.
because he's not
wants
good at
that
holding
space.
up the ball because his touch is dog shit. I shouldn't say.
It's true.
But anyway.
Nunes got a bad touch.
But
you ain't
but
lying.
his touch, his passing is so bad, and so he wants to go on the left so he can have a little bit more time to himself to control the ball. Which it's a lot of players in Liverpool's team that
they've gotten too many left wingers. If we're being completely honest, because
I think both can play across the
no.
forward line.
But listen.
I don't think Ford is there.
Diaz.
It's not the issue.
They got Diaz.
Who was
Then
good for them?
they got no. I'm not saying these are bad players. I'm saying they're all in like the same type of position.
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez, when he was at Benfica, he mainly played striker. He also did play on the left side a lot.
Yeah.
Right? And then on top of that, you also got Gakpo, who's I think he's only played apart from the World Cup. Before the World Cup, he had only played like 2 or 3 games at striker. At all in his whole entire career.
He played striker, but he was like the left striker. I think he was the left striker. Because you have to remember. I think Van Gaal played like the 3-5-2.
No, I'm saying before the World Cup.
He even
before the World Cup. PSV. Okay.
For PSV,
he's always played on the left.
He's always played on the left.
On the left, yeah. He's played a couple games as striker.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He had not played that many games as striker. Yeah. So right now, Darwin Núñez wants to play on the left because he's not good enough to play as striker. But
I don't think it's because he's not good enough.
But why would you buy a striker that wants to play on the left?
No, because at the time, see, that's why I'm also scared with Liverpool. I feel like they're making some decisions where it's on like them. They're putting out money for players, right? When they should be looking at, first off, their midfield to change.
They have midfield. I don't get the
have a midfield. Who?
I don't get the whole
Who's
Liverpool's missing the midfield.
Who's their midfield?
Bro, you have Fabinho.
Trash.
You have... What do you mean trash?
Have you watched Fabinho this season?
It doesn't matter.
He's getting cooked.
No, they have a midfield.
He's not good.
They're not... They're not
good right now. They're trash. Fabinho's trash.
So over the years, he hasn't been good.
But this is not over the years. We're talking about right now. Fabinho's trash.
If you tell me they don't have a midfield, you're trying to tell me
they're
either injured...
They're old. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
They're either injured or suspended. They have the players.
They're not good enough. They're not good enough.
The whole team is not good enough.
The midfield is not good enough.
Bro, if we're being honest.
They have the midfield.
No.
Anybody will tell you that midfield. Anybody that watches Liverpool will tell you that.
If we're being honest.
But by your language, you're telling me they're missing. Either through injury or...
I'm not saying they're missing. I'm telling you right now, their midfield is terrible. That's what I'm telling you.
If we're being honest, Liverpool's midfield has never been up to par with
it hasn't.
It hasn't.
No, it hasn't. It's never been up there.
No.
When they won the title...
No.
Henderson's not good. But when they won the title and Fabinho had legs and they had... Gino Ronaldo, they were at least serviceable. Right now, they're not.
In terms of creativity and creating goals,
they didn't. But their creativity never came from their midfield.
That's what I'm saying.
No. Their midfield was not for their creation. That's what you need to understand.
Exactly.
Fabinho is not cutting out those.
So their midfield has never been there. It's never been compared to the likes of City, Chelsea, and all of that.
But right now, when a team gets the ball, they walk literally right through their midfield. When they played Brighton, same thing happened. The first goal that Brighton scored, the guy literally walked through their midfield. Nobody stopped him.
Hasn't Fabinho been injured for this season?
He was in the game. He got cooked.
No. But has he not? I'm pretty sure he's been injured for a lot of the season, unless I'm mistaken.
He's been on the bench. He was hurt, but most of the games he's been on the bench. Right now, the last game they brought out Thiago and Naby Keita. You know how terrible you have to be to start those two?
Bro, Thiago's a good midfielder.
Thiago is a great midfielder, no doubts about that.
And Naby Keita is also good. He just gets injured a lot.
He is not good, bro. He is not good. I don't think you watched Liverpool, because if you guys really did, you would see it.
I'm just saying, I watched the game against Chelsea.
For me, I just don't get the whole argument about they don't have a midfield. I keep hearing that. When I heard that, it was just like...
I watched the whole game against Chelsea.
I'll send you
and in that game, I didn't.
They do have the midfield. It's just everybody else is underperforming. And I feel like the way that Mane and Salah had that work rate to actually help them defensively, it's not there with the players they're signing right now. Because Gakpo is not really... I haven't seen him defensively. Offensively, I think he contributes a lot.
I don't think
but defensively, I don't think it's there. Salah is not really going to give you that defensive output. It's not really there. And they're both of their fullbacks are poor this season. Trent is like a ghost. Anybody just goes through him. You know, it's like.
But let's be honest, right? With a player like Trent, right, that is so much better offensively.
Mm-hmm.
What is the midfielder supposed to do? Cover him, right? Am I mistaken?
Yeah, but how?
But if your midfielder is Fabinho or Naby Keita,
but what is Fabinho? He's supposed to just stay in the middle, basically just cement the defense, right?
Yeah, but it's always worked. Allowing Trent. Are you trying to tell me Trent has gotten worse defensively? Because I don't think so. He's always been this player, though.
He hasn't gotten worse defensively, but I feel like he was okay. This season, he's not himself. And I feel like even like it's even affected his offensive game. You know, his defense not being there or whatever that what Klopp was doing that was helping him look better defensively or look better overall as a player or as a right back. It's not there this season, and it's making I feel like the confidence is gone. Yeah. And on both side of fullback is just it's gotten worse.
So last question before we go. Thoughts? You think Liverpool plays in Europe next season?
I don't know. I don't have any thoughts on Liverpool this year.
I think so.
I haven't watched it.
What position do you think they end up with?
I think probably maybe Conference League. They definitely will play in Europe, but
I have a feeling they might not. They don't look good, bro. Because that's Chelsea.
I mean, if you're ninth or eighth, if you're the position they're in right now, they play Conference League. They're in 10th.
No, they're in 8th. We're in 10th.
Yeah, you play Conference League.
We have the same points as them.
Yeah.
But okay, well, I just don't think Liverpool's good enough. It's been a great episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next week. All right, y'all. Peace out.